On SK.
How you doing, mate?
Doing all right. Should be asking you. I heard y'all been having some trouble.
Oh, what type of trouble? I mean, there's various things that have been going on. What situation have you heard about?
I have heard two things. Actually, a couple things. The weed related stuff, the raids.
Oh, yep. That's a big juicy situation. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Y'all
that one was yeah. There's a lot that could be said about that.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty, to be honest. You got one thing on your side though. Cops are pretty shit at getting convictions. So,
yeah, I mean, the whole situation itself is not a massive issue, other than like a somewhat decent amount of weed and a little bit of like damage to the pocket. Tracks are kind of covered any further than that goes.
Yeah.
But the issue was, I mean, he didn't lose anything out of it, but it meant that Eli ended up getting essentially chain raided because his cars were there.
Well, and a notebook too.
There. Yes.
Yeah.
Alea, you know, in fairness, she had asked us a good few times to get her out of it as the clean person. She was well within her right to complain about that, but the fact that she had a book in there that she wrote called Dear Eli, telling him
she
every
wrote
time
that.
Yeah, that's her book.
Oh my god.
So she was our clean person, right? And
you know she does hits, right?
No.
Oh.
You know, the only thing this is the thing with Alea, right? I'll give you a rundown of some things that happened that led to this being a very difficult situation.
Oh shit. All right.
100% she's in the right when it comes to she wanted to be off the property. She told us that numerous times. We was struggling to find a replacement.
Oh, fuck.
She'd always told me that she was squeaky clean, and then came to me and said she was going to become a DLC.
I know what you're saying now. Yeah, she told me the same shit. And then I'm like, when you say you're squeaky clean, that doesn't mean you haven't been to jail or don't have a record. It means you don't do shit that's going to get you caught. Oh, my God. Sorry, continue.
So, just to get you obviously know how the raid came about, right? With the firearm charges.
Yeah.
First of all, we have no idea that she is involved or has any sort of stockpile or collecting guns at all. That's nothing that was ever discussed in it. To me, she was a DLC. She was clean, and the way she put it is I'm a DLC, but if you need help on the inside, like I can turn a blind eye to things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Middle of the night, when like not a lot of my people are around, she puts in a phone call to one of my members and is like, oh, could you come help me? I've had a gun planted on me and I'm in a police chase. So he's like, okay, yeah, I'll come help you. Like, not aware of the situation, no expansion on that other than the fact she had a gun planted on her. So he picks her up, helps her get out of the situation, loses the cops. She's like, okay, I'm just going to go to the apartments and put some stuff away. Goes into the apartments.
Yeah.
Not realizing she's GPS tracked because she's on duty as a DLC.
Yeah.
Grabs over 6 firearms, gets back into one of my members' cars, and then continues to call more of my gang members for help without once even telling us she has a firearm.
What?
So everyone that was involved in the situation and helping her had no idea that she had guns on her the entire time. So, like, didn't find out until she got arrested the following day and was like, oh shit. So now one of my guys,
I like PlayStation though. She's one of my favorite characters on NoPixel.
Because she had him helping without saying,
that's what makes her good.
I've got fucking 10 guns on me.
Yeah. Oh my lord. So
because they would have treated that entire situation very different. Not that they wouldn't have helped her. Like, we still would have helped her because she, you know, we go way back with her, but the energy applied to the situation would have been very different if people knew what was on the line.
Yeah.
Like, you snap into that mode of, you know, you need to do something about this when you know it's a situation like that.
To be fair, she might have told you guys, but like she already speaks fast, really, and then with panic on top, it was probably like a.
Yeah. Well, she was. The thing is, she blamed my people for why she had the guns on her. What happened was she was panicking that she was going to get raided, so emptied her apartment.
Yeah, and then she had a fucking tracker on her.
Yeah, but the way she spun it to me was she was like, oh, I was getting guns out my apartment to give to your people so they could help. I was like, but you didn't tell anyone you had guns. So you got guns out your apartment to supposedly give to my people to help in the situation, but didn't tell a single one of them that you had a gun for them and got caught with them all. Which is like crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I like Aaliyah. She's a interesting individual. But you know, the only I think defense I see in all of it is you know, sometimes people get caught up, and when they're sort of on their own, you know, some of what she's saying might be survival tactics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, like, I've known her a long time and done shit with her. I know she can be very, like, if she thinks something's going wrong, she gets super worked up and it sort of spirals.
Yeah.
But, like, we already said to her, like, because the actual on-paper losses for us is not crazy. Like, it's not ideal. Obviously, no one wants to lose over $1 million worth of supplies and shit, but money's recoupable.
Yeah.
She's the one that's going to face time. We've said, like, we'll help her through that process, and if she manages to keep the house, just sell it and then give her the money from the house so that she has got some sort of, like, financial back from it, because she ain't got no money for any of those fines.
Transparently, I spoke to her yesterday, and you know, she's of I'll tell you my relationship with her. Like, you know, Meta, she's been willing to do things for me, right? Hasn't really done anything. I'm kind of glad I'm kind of a no-text guy, because I've ever got fucking marshals and BCSO up my fucking ass for just existing. So part of me was worried, like, you know, they might try to tie some bullshit to me. I kind of talked her through some options because she needed some legal advice. She's got a lawyer and all that, right? But I pretty much told her the same thing. Right? Like, yeah, from my understanding. I told her, like, listen, just like you said, it's like money's money. Like, you know what I mean? If anything, you fucking eating that shit, right? Making sure they close the fucking door on it, right? Is your best bet. And I'm going to tell you this too, and this might be worth talking to her about. If you can push out that case, if I was in your position, okay, I don't want to get you worked up here, right? So don't, I'm giving you worst case scenarios, not what's going to happen, but like worst case scenarios and a way out, like a way to limit how much it hurts you. So if she made a bunch of phone calls to y'all, right? That means, and they're probably going to get the phone subpoenas. They're probably going to go try to figure out who did she call during the time of that chase, right? If they've already got links to one of your guys, right, from the book and shit, right, they got another angle there. So what my point there is that they may try to open the scope of their raids and their investigation. That's not guaranteed, but it's a possibility. What's a good defensive mechanism around that? Have her push out the case. Throw up appeals, right? Throw up. So what you're doing is you're lowering you're cutting down on their statute of limitation. You know what I'm saying? So in the event they needed like an extra week to, like, I don't know, ring up, like, you know, to kick in the doors for one or two more of your guys, you know, God forbid, they lose that opportunity. You kind of see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So
they have to be on the ball with it and keep it rolling, otherwise it goes out the window, essentially.
Precisely. Now, but, well, fuck.
Well, I know Lang has been pushing her to plea, but I just don't see it. Like, no. I don't think she would do that because she's in that criminal world and that just writes her off completely. But
yep. The fuck is that gonna do for her, right? Like, if you go in there and you get like, get some fucking stripes on the eye. She is worried that she's gonna die, though. That's the thing that she's worried about.
From us?
No, because she's DOC. She's going in with lifers. She thinks the lifers are gonna gut her.
Makes sense.
But the thing is, Sab is in there, right?
As a DLC?
Yeah. I think if you... I don't know if there's a way you can get someone in there to keep her protected. But I'll tell you this much, you said you've known her for a while. But, man, imagine how loyal she's going to be if you can get someone inside there, right, to make sure she doesn't get fucked up.
To be honest, I offered her that. I kind of laid out like that we could help her financially and we'll make sure she's all right through the prison time.
Yeah.
And her response to that was like, why don't you want to kill me? Like, kind of didn't get why I was not that bothered.
Yeah. I mean, it could be anything from paranoia to someone talking in her ear, to be honest.
I think a lot of, like, anyone who is in the criminal world who could benefit from us getting knocked with raids or whatever it be will push for her to plea. Because Lang, for example, right? Like, you know what he's like behind closed doors. It would benefit him if we got our properties ransacked.
Do you push in the same place he does?
No, but we've gone toe to toe and had tension various times, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, oh shit. Well, other than that, I wanted to let you know that we're still waiting on the DOJ to count the results. But if you boys want to start, like, getting proposals up and ready and, like, fucking presentations, we're going to do, like, a Dragon's Den, like, Shark Tank-esque kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So I want to start getting shit up and going. And even though you got all this shit, popping off, like, no reason to stop, right?
Oh, yeah, we keep the ball rolling. Like I said, it's a little knock, but it could have been way worse. And like I said, a lot of our tracks have been covered since, so it should be good. Only one of the worst parts is the person that got raided from the LA raid, Eli, is one of the people who wanted the business. But they raided his warehouse, which is just for ingredients for the Brazilian, and his house, which was completely empty. So that was a dead end for them.
Oh, easy. Well, you're in Los Santos County. We let felons get businesses.
Does that apply for dispensaries as well?
Dispensaries has got to be a clean guy. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what he wants to do. But luckily, he's still clean following the raid.
Dispensaries are going to take a minute, SK. I'm going to tell you. I mean, I told you some of it, right? We would have been
a smoke shop before, right? Like, you show it works, kind of thing.
The problem we're facing right now is we've been delayed 2 weeks because how much of the tea do you want?
I'll take the tea.
Okay. I went into this mayorship for the people. FOIA, trying to, as a lawyer, seeing how fucked shit was, how much the PD, like, just, like, really fucks people in a way that's unbecoming. People not being able to defend themselves, lawyers feeling like they can't even get down in the cells and get some cooperation. July 3rd happens. I run for mayor. I'm immediately, an hour after seeing how fucking dysfunctional the PD is, losing court cases, literally just sitting around Mission Row PD, blasting people that are unarmed, just all the fucking bullshit, right? The thing I'd been hearing throughout the campaign was, we need interceptors to fix morale. I kid you not. That was the solution. I kept hearing, how do we self-service? How do we self-service? Like, how do we help ourselves? Not how do we help the people? An hour into mayorship, I get Blaine County, fucking Declan Crane, Andy Jones, and Bones coming to my office. asking me to sign legislation for interceptors. And I'm just like, can you write it down? They get offended. They pretty much haven't spoken to me since. That's the relationship. Understandably, as things move on, Los Santos County budget's getting eaten up by Blaine County, patrolling down there and not up there. Anytime they were down here, we would lose money. And if we're not making money, I can't put on events and all that shit. I ask them if they can sort it out. They get offended. They don't give a fuck. So I put out a little bit of legislation to give, let's say you get arrested down here. You can choose to get processed down here. Why should you get brought all the way up north? They get offended again. They come to me, Bones and Cassidy. They tell me I'm trying to split the north and the south, even though the feds did it. And I'm like, bro, if people don't want to come on duty because of this shit, right? Because for whatever reason, and they're getting in their feelings, I'll fucking dial it back. Next day, Blaine County contests the majority of all the business legislation. The reason I know this is people in the PD told me who did it. I know this because I have got more people come. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit came back to me. So this is why in the last 2 weeks I've been dealing with their fucking dumbassery. And so the reason I bring this up, SK, is now I have a real concern that I'm going to go put this legislation in, and these dumb cunts are going to go contest it. I'm not going to know the reasons why. It can literally just be some troll fucking bullshit, and now we got to wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. And this is aside from the fact that they got fucking marshals in their back pocket.
So how are they able to have a say in the legislation if it's down in the city? Or can they?
Tilly, give me a second. Keep whoever that is company. Is that Daisy?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her. You
okay.
Something to eat
Next time you fucking tell me, Tilly, when you're gonna call cop down.
Hold on, Miss Moss.
Go fucking keep her busy in the front. I will listen.
I need something to eat. That's why I came to disturb you, my highness.
Listen, you dumb shit. That's a cop, and I'm talking to a criminal right now.
Oh my God, I don't know who.
Go move it to the front now. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. See what I got to deal with.
If I face the ocean, she won't be able to tell who I am from the back of my head.
Yeah.
Funny you say BCSO though, you know, because they're the ones who are pushing the most to try to get in our pocket.
I'm sorry?
The whole raid, the whole case, everything that's happened has all been BCSO.
Well, they've been trying to spin the narrative that it's been LSPD who's been leading to this. I know because I just got done talking to some cops, and they came to me to ask, like, what the fuck's going on with it.
Wait, they're trying to spin that it was LSPD to raid our properties.
Brother, it's turned into some, like, middle school bullshit, and this is why I'm so done with it. And I'm like borderline like want to fucking Osama bin Laden that fucking sheriff's office with Andy Jones inside.
Yeah, BCSO have definitely been pushing our buttons, that's for sure.
Well,
I know the people. You got told who the head of like the thing was. It was someone called Helen, which I think is a nickname, and then Nakota.
No, Helen. Helen's a cadet, and yes, Nakota is the one that, yes. And
is that person called Helen? Because there might be somebody else.
Helen is a cadet that I met via Tilly, and that I met with Tilly, and fast forward. I told her we're not going to be friends anymore because she did some shit, and they turned it into a whole HR thing up north. They literally, these guys are getting offended off the dumbest shit. Brother, like, you have no idea how bad it is. It's like, yeah, it feels like, like in like elementary school, you like, say something, and then all of a sudden they think like, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't even fucking know anymore. But yes, Nakota contested most of the business legislation and the air stuff. So, he's a dead man as far as I'm concerned. I haven't spoken to this guy. You got fucking Bones and company hacking in my fucking laptop. I'm not going to have any of this. But that's a matter for later.
Funny you say that about Nakoda, because allegedly there may have been a situation where I had him in a vulnerable scenario.
Really?
He likes to fish with your deputy.
No, was ex-deputy. You want the real tea?
Oh, she's not a thing no more?
No. She was with Nakoda. I know this when she was my deputy. And then when I realized that Vivian Gray just wanted the same PD with a different chief, and I picked Daisy instead, or started contemplating on a different candidate, Eve Summers, my niece, mind you, got so upset and in her feelings that she literally sat quiet while we spoke to other candidates. And then said, I don't listen to her because I don't know. So then she disappears, right? The 2 days of fucking work didn't help with the campaign, didn't help afterwards. And she just dips. Like, so, you see her up in fucking Sandy Shores, with Andy and company. Next thing you know, she's a deputy mayor. Next thing you know, she's the only one with an approved business in the last couple months.
Eve is.
Yep. You know who Viv is to her? That's her soon-to-be fucking mother-in-law. So now you tell me where the nepotism is coming from. She's dating Nakoda, might get married to him. Viv is Nakoda's is Nakoda's... Vivian is Nakoda's mother, and they're all working with Andy to repeal shit and refusing to tell us why they're repealing it. Now you tell me, here, SK, that after I get done telling Blaine County I'm gonna go fucking relax because these guys don't want to come on duty because of words like Blaine's and shit like that, right? Because of $100 toll and the right for civilians not to get brought all the way up north to get processed, giving them the right to do it. You ready?
Uh-huh.
And they agree to this. 2 days later, Nakoda and all BC has to go, repeal all our shit, which is why we don't have businesses the last 2 weeks. Now tell me who's acting like a fucking child.
So they're all just a big family who's just scheming against it then?
Yes.
So Eve is now in law, but up north.
Hey, Michael, we're at the resort down at the beach. Daisy's here with Tilly. Pull her aside later when you can, because I just got done screaming at Tilly for bringing the fucking chief down with a conversation with me and SK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's going to need a spanking.
Yeah, I can do that. I can
All
do
right.
that. You want me to swing by there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, see you.
All right. See you in a bit. Sorry.
Are you good? I mean, yeah, it seems like there's a bit of a common enemy in a sense. I know, yours is a bit more to be political, but if you have the same enemies, then you know who to call if you need anything done.
Yeah, I appreciate that. When you get a moment, you should take a look at Blaine County's legislation. I can see what they're doing. They are trying to empower the police department up there, and they want to bring the resources down this way. So just take a look at what they've approved up north. And some of these pieces are gonna,
right?
yeah. And the entire I think what I'm trying to convey will start the pieces will start to come together. They've been very sloppy with the way they've been moving. I think it's been sort of they're trying to be coy about it, but the fucking paper trail's right there. So
Eve is now working with Blaine County.
Yeah.
Instead of Los Santos.
Yeah. And just like the rest of them, they don't tell you why they have problems. They just fucking scheme in little circles. And you got to hear about it like fourth party. They They don't want felons operating down here. They want to back the PD. That's literally their entire fucking thing. And that's why I put Daisy in place, because she actually cares about people down here, thinks that people can reform, right? And that's why fucking July 3rd happened. Think about it. So what the fuck are these people doing pretending it never happened? So
interesting. I didn't realize it was all so interlocked like that. All circles.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah.
So what's Nakoda's deal then? He's just of the opinion same as Eve.
I've never spoken to him, so I have no idea.
He's not fucking with you.
I only know about him as a side effect of Eve's relationship and him being the one walking around Mission Row PD getting signatures for the contesting. I also know that they've been spinning narratives, like they try to convince people I control Air One when that's not what's written. So, I mean, what do you expect? This fucking Blaine County, they fuck their mothers and sisters and shit. Michael, they're over there, but down by the beach.
Yep, got it.
Yeah. Oh, other side. All right.
You said you spoke to Alea about everything, right?
Yeah, she called me like 3 days ago, and I heard, I had just woken up. I got to deal with this bullshit. And she starts talking about drugs and shit. I fucking hung up the phone. But then last night she wanted to chat, so she gave me the whole, lowdown. I let her know that, listen, take the fucking time, fucking work with these guys. Don't even fucking think for a fucking second that, any other option makes sense.
She didn't sound like she'd given any information already, right?
No. She was very adamant that she's not she's not about that life.
Yeah, no, I've never known her to be. I figured she would have.
Yeah.
Interesting. Got more court dates in the next few weeks than I've ever had. But hey, hopefully we can win them.
Yeah.
It's difficult with Lang because the weird position we're in is obviously Eli got raided, and that's something he wants to take to court. But if we get a different lawyer, then Alea and Eli are just gonna have conflicting stories. And it's gonna be a big mess.
Yeah. Look, Lang's my brother, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got Lang representing me for my court case as well. Like, I do trust him with the law side of things, but the whole plea deal thing is the issue.
Yeah, I don't think that's... I'm telling you just because, I want to be transparent here. What's best for the city is she bites the bullet, right? The vision is the last thing I think the city needs. As far as, quite frankly, I think my eyes personally is this city is dealing with some militarism. I don't know if word got back to you, but just had a fucking hostage get gunned the fuck down by the police department. No fucks given. The amount of shit that's happening on the streets is something that, I can't stand by, and causing more division amongst crews or whatever is just, I feel like rather counterproductive.
Why did that happen?
Because Dundee needed to grab bags out of a car, and then apparently officers in the back busted in, guns ablazing. The people in the front of the bank didn't know it was occurring, so out of all that, they just fucking killed everybody. I don't fucking know. It's going to trial though, so I guess the truth will come out then.
That sounds like a clusterfuck.
Yeah. But hey, I gotta go chat with these guys and.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do. I appreciate you speaking to me though. I'll go check out the Blaine County stuff at the city hall, see what I can find.
Absolutely. By the way, I still need those 2 names. We're getting the legislative review shit together. So whether you or all the other circles in Los Santos need something, you'll see every piece of legislation that we'll be writing. Your reps will be able to give comments, concerns. We'll be like, yo, we want this in legislation. It's going to be Think of it as like the Los Santos, like fucking political party, run by the people. You're gonna have a real fucking voice. No. Just someone who can read legislation and knows how to rep you guys and your needs.
I'll pick someone and text over a state ID and name.
Easy. All right, appreciate it.
Sweet. Thanks, Nino.
Abilene, we're down by the resort off Great Ocean.